guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Neelam in case you're coming for the first time, and today's video is about this Foxy Eye Look, cat eye look, whatever you want to call it. I have been seeing this trend going all over the internet. I want to try my version of this look because I don't have that chiseled eyebrow brow because I don't have that chiseled brow bone, so I wanted to give it a try, and I think it looks quite good. The only thing is that I have to raise my eyebrows and pull my hair back to get that foxy effect. So if you have a similar situation going on with you, this video could probably help you create it. Also, if you're watching, please do hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. So I've basically used like one eyeshadow palette and a gel liner. You could use any eyeshadow palette in this which has similar tones. You don't have to necessarily stick to the same palette, and you can create your own version of this. You can actually use the same technique with any other colors. With this look, I recommend going with the eyes first, and you'll see why, how doing the eyes first helps creating this foxy cat eye look. And without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. So I'm going to start with prepping my eye base using the Louise Base in the shade Rumor 2 and using my wet beauty blender to blend it. Focusing a little extra on the inner corner because I want the inner corners to be bright, and blending it with the same sponge. Using the RCMA loose translucent setting powder to set my eyes, and then proceeding to the eye makeup using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. Starting with a warm transition shade Birch, placing it on my crease, using windshield wiper motions to blend it and small circular motions towards the outer corner, and then grabbing a little extra product and trying to wing it out and going towards the end of my brows. Then going with a slightly cooler tone, which is Twig, and then doing the same technique and placing it on my crease. Using the shade Dystopian to deepen my crease. As you can see, my motions have become smaller. I'm using tinier movements, using small circular motions to kind of make the color more intense, and then winging it out. Blending the edges and smoking it out with the first shade that we use. Then going in with the shade Fresh towards the inner corner to brighten it up, and this is a matte color, so we will get that brightening effect. And then using the shade Pearl to highlight my brow bone. So the base for the foxy cat eye effect is ready, and my eyelids are ready for the gel liner. I'm using the Inglot Gel Liner in the shade 90, which is a cool toned brown liner. I'm going to start with creating a wing and then gradually pull it down to my lid. As you can see, I'm using small strokes to create the disappearing effect of the wing. Don't worry if you mess up the base of the wing. We can fix it later. I will show you after the next step. For the rest of the lid, I'm going for a thin line and then dragging my wing as further as possible. Using the shade Dystopian to set the gel liner and kind of smoke out the line of the wing. I don't want like a sharp brush stroke. Then using a clean wet wipe to make the wing sharp from the bottom side. I'm going to start with my face using the Elcie Pearl Radiance Primer to hydrate my skin and make a really nice canvas. For my pores, I'm using the Benefit Porefessional Pearl Radiance Primer, which is my go-to for pores. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the shade 230 and using a wet beauty blender to blend it out. Next, I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Concealer in the shade 230, which is my go-to concealer these days. I absolutely love it. And I'm going to use a little bit of the NYX Born to Glow Concealer in the shade Natural to highlight the high points of my face. And using the same beauty blender to blend it out and making sure everything is even. Like you can see, this has got a nice glowy finish to it. I love this concealer, and the Fenty concealers have a very good shade range as well. To set my face, I'm going to be using the RCMA setting powder, the same one we used on the eye, and using a big fluffy brush to set my face. I noticed something under my eye, which I'm going to show you later how to fix it. There was a bit chunk formed under my eye, like with the powder and the concealer together. For contouring, I'm going to be using the Smashbox contour palette and using the cool tone to kind of create a nice shadow on my face. also doing the same on my jawline, and then going and finishing my lower lash line, going in with the same shade Birch that we used as the transition shade first, then using the shade Dystopian towards the outer corner of my lower lash line and joining it with the wing, then going in with the shade Fresh, which was the light shade we used towards the inner corner to connect the top and the bottom. For the blush, I'm using the Alamar Cosmetics blush I got in the BoxyCharm. This is the shade Toasted from that palette. You can visit my BoxyCharm video as well. I forgot to contour my nose, so I'm going in again with the same palette and using the light shade to highlight the bridge of my nose. Next, I'm using the RCMA setting powder again to kind of sculpt my face. At this stage, my sponge is like basically like 50% less damper than it was, so it doesn't kind of make the product too creamy. I let this set for 5 minutes while I do my brows. I'm using the Maybelline Brow Precise pencil and using the same spoolie it has to brush it out. For mascara, I'm using the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Waterproof Mascara. This is my favorite mascara these days. I absolutely love it. Like you can see in the lower lash line as well, the impact is huge with this mascara. The sculpting helps if you've gone with your contour a little low, so it kind of cleans up. Using the Tarte Goddess lashes, the trick here is to not completely stick the outer corner of your lash to your natural lash line to get like a slightly lifted effect. I'm going very subtle on the highlighter using the Sephora Face Illuminating Powder. I want the focus to be on the eyes, so I'm not going overboard with the shimmer highlighter, just going on the high points of my face, giving that slight subtle highlight. To fix that chunky formation under my eye, I'm just going to dampen my sponge with a setting spray and then press it on that chunky area to smoothen it out. Pardon the state of my MAC lip liner in the shade Soul. I had a situation going on there. Then I'm popping some Steve Lauren gloss that I got in my BoxyCharm, linking the video right now. And then setting my face with the MAC Prep and Prime setting spray. And that's the look, guys. That's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you like this video. Please do hit the like button if you do and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you soon.